The Focker family returns. Years have passed since the events of Little Fockers. Greg and Pam Focker are living a quieter suburban life with their teenage twins, Henry and Samantha. But chaos is never far when the Focker and Byrnes families are involved. Jack Byrnes, now semi-retired but still intense, keeps monitoring Greg's parenting methods. Meanwhile, Bernie and Roz Focker are writing a parenting podcast called The Focker Way. Peace seems possible until a new family joins the mix. The engagement announcement, Henry, now 23, surprises everyone by announcing he's getting married. His fiancée is Emily Bird, a sweet, free-spirited environmental scientist from California. Greg and Pam are thrilled until they learn Emily's father is Colonel Victor Bird, a no-nonsense ex-military man. Jack immediately takes an interest. He finally meets someone who understands protocol. Greg fears another round of father-in-law rivalry is about to begin. The families agree to meet at the Bird estate for an engagement weekend. The new rivalry begins. At the first family dinner, Jack and Colonel Bird instantly bond over military discipline. They exchange spy stories, coded looks, and hand signals, while Greg awkwardly tries to impress. Roz and Bernie arrive in tie-dye shirts, bringing their love therapy vibes to the table. Tension erupts when Bernie calls Victor uptight, and Victor calls Bernie a walking HR violation. Greg tries to mediate, but accidentally spills wine on a national flag in the process. The dinner ends in disaster, and the wedding weekend hasn't even started. Mission: in-law. Impossible. Jack decides to test Victor's loyalty by launching his own secret investigation into the Birds. Meanwhile, Victor does the same, using ex-military contacts to dig up Greg's medical records. When both sides start gathering dirt, misunderstandings spiral out of control. Jack mistakes a yoga retreat receipt for a spy training payment. Victor believes Greg runs an underground pharmaceutical ring because of his hospital job. Pam and Emily demand the dads call a truce, or they'll cancel the wedding. The family therapy session, Roz insists on holding a cross-family healing circle. Everyone reluctantly sits in a backyard. Meditation setup complete with candles and chanting. Jack monitors Roz's truth serum tea with suspicion, while Victor silently judges everything. Greg tries to keep an open mind until Roz brings up emotional constipation and Bernie starts crying. Suddenly, Jack admits he's scared of losing control of his family. Victor softens, revealing his own fear of being replaced by a new father figure. The wedding rehearsal disaster. The rehearsal dinner is held at a fancy golf resort. Greg tries to bond with Victor by learning golf and accidentally hits Jack in the head with a ball. Roz's emotional karaoke and Bernie's shirtless love dance add to the chaos. When the sprinkler system goes off mid-toast, the families end up drenched and furious. Jack storms off, convinced Greg's curse continues. Victor vows to take charge of the wedding himself. Operation: Save the Wedding. Pam and Emily beg Greg to help smooth things over. Greg organizes a surprise joint family brunch with games and bonding challenges. At first, no one participates until Bernie spikes the drinks with herbal relaxers. Soon, Jack and Victor are arm wrestling, Roz is teaching yoga, and chaos turns to laughter. Greg thinks he's finally fixed things, but then a surprise guest shows up, Jack's old CIA rival, Agent Holtz, now Victor's best friend. Agent Holtz's secret agent Holtz reveals he's been tracking strange data leaks linked to Jack's old security system. Jack blames Greg, believing he's been hacked through his Wi-Fi baby monitor. Greg insists he just installed a new smart home app, not a spy network. Meanwhile, Bernie accidentally connects his meditation podcast to the same system, broadcasting awkward mantras. Holtz warns the families that someone in the house might be a data mole. Jack takes that as a cue to launch in-law. Surveillance protocol: the spy gone wrong. Jack plants cameras around the Bird estate for security. Greg discovers one hidden in his bathroom and freaks out. Meanwhile, Bernie hacks into the system trying to delete the footage and accidentally live streams it to social media. The clip goes viral overnight with the hashtag #FockerSurveillance. The wedding planners quit, citing mental health reasons. Pam and Emily are ready to call off the event altogether. Fockers versus Birds. The families divide into camps, the Byrdes in their military tents, the Fockers in their RV. A family war erupts involving water balloons, drones, and paintball fights. Jack and Victor treat it like a training exercise, shouting tactical commands. Greg, hiding behind a bush, begs everyone to stop. Roz and Bernie try to end the chaos with an impromptu group hug that ends in a mudslide. It's war, but it's family war. The accidental fire. During the chaos, Jack's surveillance drone crashes into Victor's fireworks stash. A massive explosion lights up the entire neighborhood. Everyone survives, but the venue is destroyed. Greg takes the blame to protect Jack, winning Victor's respect for the first time. Jack, feeling guilty, admits his obsession with control has gone too far. For once, he actually says, "Greg, you passed the test. The road to redemption." The wedding is moved to a small community park by the ocean. Both families pitch in to rebuild the setup. Roz decorates, Bernie cooks, and Victor provides security. Greg and Jack finally work side by side without fighting. They even share a beer together, reminiscing about their early days. Greg jokes, "Maybe we're both just Fockers now." Jack reluctantly smirks, "God help us all." The bachelor party. Set up, Bernie and Victor decide to host a civilized bachelor night for Henry. It quickly devolves into karaoke, drinking games, and Bernie trying to teach Victor how to party like a Focker. Jack secretly joins in disguise to supervise, but ends up winning a dance-off. Meanwhile, Greg sneaks away to write his speech for the wedding, reflecting on how family chaos can still mean love. He looks up and sees Jack, actually smiling. A rare, peaceful moment between in-laws. The wedding morning, the big day arrives, sunny, serene, and suspiciously calm. Jack has tears in his eyes watching his grandson get ready. Victor walks his daughter down the aisle, proud but nervous. Roz and Bernie officiate with an emotional, funny ceremony blending Jewish and yoga traditions. Just as Henry and Emily say, "I do," the smart home AI system reboots, playing Roz's sensual podcast over the speakers. The crowd bursts out laughing. Chaos returns in full Focker fashion. The toast of truth. During the reception, Greg takes the mic for his father of the groom speech. He admits he's made a lifetime of mistakes trying to earn approval. Jack raises his glass, interrupting, "Greg, you don't need to earn it anymore." Victor chimes in, "You're one of us now, son." Bernie proudly shouts, "He's a Focker through and through." Everyone cheers, except the DJ, who accidentally plays Roz's romantic meditation track again. The secret proposal. As the celebration winds down, Jack surprises everyone by proposing to Dina again, this time with a flash mob. The crowd erupts in laughter and applause. Roz jokes, "We can do a double honeymoon." Jack mutters, "Over my dead body." Greg films the moment, smiling proudly as his chaotic family finally feels united. For the first time, there's love, and no explosions. The Byrde-Focker alliance weeks later. Both families merge their quirks into a new podcast series, Raising Fockers, The In-Law Chronicles. It becomes a viral hit for all the wrong reasons. Roz's oversharing, Bernie's dance breaks, Jack's paranoia, and Victor's motivational rants. Greg becomes the reluctant host, trying to maintain order. Despite the madness, the show brings them closer than ever. The families even get invited to a national talk show. Jack starts thinking, maybe fame isn't so bad. Trouble in Paradise. During the talk show, the host brings up Jack's old surveillance scandal. Jack panics and accidentally reveals that he still monitors Greg's home cameras. Pam glares, Greg groans, and Roz says, "You've got issues, honey." The audience bursts out laughing, turning the scandal into a meme. Instead of ruining the family, it makes them even more popular. Jack finally laughs along, accepting that he'll always be the overprotective Focker. The grand Focker finale. The families reunite at the beach house for one last group vacation. Bernie leads a family conga line, Roz teaches everyone tantric breathing, and Jack actually joins in. Victor barbecues while Greg and Pam watch the sunset, reflecting on how far they've come. Henry and Emily share a kiss as fireworks light up the sky. Greg sighs. Guess we're one big Focker family now. Jack replies, unfortunately, yes. Post-credit scene late at night, Jack sneaks into Greg's house to check the security cameras. Suddenly, he spots Bernie dancing shirtless in the backyard again. Jack sighs, muttering, "Some habits never die." Just then, Roz appears behind him on camera and waves. "Caught you, Jack!" He freezes as Roz winks at the lens. Cue music. Meet the Fockers. Again!